Yeah, man, my homegirl just passing by right here. Get in the video. Get in the video.
What
Tell
video?
your face right here.
Oh.
It's my homegirl.
Hi.
My homegirl, she for the Bronx, she take care of me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna holler at you when I'm done with this. So, I got the Rikers Island and everything like that. Yo, so a nigga. So I got into it, I was in the bullpen, I got into it with a nigga. I punched him in his face. So every house I went to in Rikers Island, they put me in a house, I've had to fight. Had to fight every house. They kept switching me house to house. So I got into the Harlem house. Got into the Harlem house, I was good. That was them Brooklyn dudes. I was having it that way. So anyway, got to the Harlem house, everything was gravy. So now, I went down to the infirmary, you know, because that's where everybody go to, the infirmary to meet up and everything, church, meet up. This is how I met Pappy Mason. Pappy Mason was down there in the infirmary. He got into some situation with the police. I jumped in. I jumped in. Me and Pappy got busy on the police, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So, boom. It wasn't nothing big. Them niggas back down. See, he had backup. That's how I met Pappy Mason. So, later on, I went to Comstock. I went to Comstock. I was in Comstock chilling. There was a police named German. I'm the nigga that named him that back in the days in the 70s. So anyway, German used to be out there in the little yard. Anybody been to Comstock, they can tell you about the little yard. Every morning I used to come out. That's where you hear they call for your program. They call for your programs. They go on their programs. So I used to curse this nigga out. Him. That motherfucker Fitzgerald. German. Sergeant Fitzgerald. Winchell. All of them. You call them Klansmen, Germans, all this type of situation. So now, I went in the box. Little was fighting. We was going to the mess hall in Comstock. Little, out of Brooklyn, was fighting a dude. The police came, tried to rough Little up. I popped off on the police. Boom. That's when I went to the box. I went to the box from there. So, boom, when I was in the box, I met K.O. Smitty. Everybody who ever did time in the system, big up to K.O. Smitty. He was doing his thing. He's the only person I know never bent down and showed his ass to the police. Never stripped butt man, showed his asshole to the police. Never. And he had many situations with them. They even stopped asking him to do that. They stopped asking him to do all that. So it was all good. So I used to sit down and talk to KO. You understand what I'm saying? Talk to KO. You understand? I used to sit down and then I used to talk to KO, boom, in the box, everything. And he told me one thing that I always held close to me. KO Smith is a legend in the New York State Penitentiary. He wouldn't even let him take the bullet out or some type of situation with a bullet. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? God bless K.O. Smitty. But K.O. Smitty said, always, you know what I'm saying, look at little things. Look at the little things, not the big things. Little things tell you big things. You understand what I'm saying? So, anyway, make a long story short. You understand what I'm saying? I was in the box. Of Comstock. So, anyway, police called, said, yo, lock in. Everybody got locked. I was a porter out there. You understand? I was running around helping people, passing stuff for people and everything. I was a porter. But anyway, make a long story short, when I was a porter, I was like doing my thing. You understand what I'm saying? So they said, yo, close up. They said close up, lock in. So when they locked me in, they was bringing somebody in. Who they brought in? Pappy Mason. You understand? Pappy Mason. So boom, next thing you know, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Seen Pappy. When they let me back out, I went and bought Pappy some whole bunch of stuff, whatever I had to give him, because you know you don't have that much in the box. So, boom. You know what I'm saying? Pappy, seen Pappy, he fucked him up. Sergeant, that nigga, German, you know, that's the police jumped him, Sergeant Fitzgerald, all that, jumped him, went through him. All them Klansmen, for sure. They all Klansmen, for sure. So, boom. When I got out, because I posted leave the box that night anyway. I posted left the box that night anyway. So, boom, anyway. I left the box. Boom, left the box. I went out there, told them, yo, man, we got to do something, man. You know what I'm saying? Homie already said, man, you know, take care of that, because we all stuck together. You know, we all really stuck together. So next thing you know, next thing you know, we hit up Nigel, my man Nigel. Nigel wanted to pop right there. I said, nah, we got to plan this. We planned it. The next day we came out, Nigel spun on the motherfucking lieutenant. Spun on the lieutenant, not a lieutenant, the Sergeant Fitzgerald. Broke his motherfucking jaw. The police coming, so we got into it. The police stopped the police out. We fighting like a motherfucker. The next thing you know, they put everybody, called a lock in. You know, they got the guns in the towers and everything like that. Niggas had the lock in. So next morning, they put us on a PK draft. You understand? So a pack-up draft. That's a emergency draft. They don't want you in the jail. They don't know who really did it. They don't know who did what. They couldn't get no footages from the cameras or whatever the fuck they had in the what you call it. They had in the towers. So next you know, they put me out on the PK draft. We was all leaving Comstock. So next thing you know, boom, they brought in some other dudes from wherever. That's when Ron Dew, they put that lying ass nigga Ron Dew next to me. Ron Dew, Henry Bolden from the Bronx. Ron Dew from Washington Project. He telling everybody there, yo, I know Lil Jake. Everybody's like looking at this nigga, so why he ain't saying nothing to me? Then one of my boys called my name out, yo, Lil Jake. Then Ron Dew felt like a fool. He said, you Lil Jake? Yeah, I'm Lil Jake. I said, man, I ain't even question him about that. I ain't even questioning him about that at all. So I'm like, yeah, bro. So we go to Elmira. We go to Elmira. So we lands in Elmira. Everything is good, man. I'm like, chilling. So we waiting a while. We went to get our property. Because, you know, they have our property. They had it in the property room. We trying to get it. The police wouldn't even motherfucking give up the motherfucking property. So my man Ron Dew said, yo, man, I'm gonna get ready to do this cop dirty, man. I want my shit. I want my shit too. I said, go ahead, pop it off. He popped, hit the police, knocked him out, bang. Other police coming in, we fighting like a motherfucker. That's the worst ass whipping I got in my motherfucking life in Elmira. Elmira, man, beat niggas damn near to death, for real. So anyway, after that situation, I'm like, oh man. So we all up in the box now. We got a whole bunch of time in the box for that went to the hearing. They gave us a bunch of time in the box and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, make a long story short, you understand? We in there with Marciano. Marciano, that's the Puerto Rican leader for all the Puerto Ricans. He's the dumbest motherfucker, craziest thing I ever seen. He cut himself up when he get mad. So now we in the box, we chilling in the box. But you know, at a certain time at night, they turn the light off. They want you to go to sleep at night. I think about 10 o'clock. Yo, niggas wasn't paying that no mind. They snatch people out their cells and damn near beat them to death and everything like that. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. They snatched Marciano out. Before that, the Spanish niggas jumped Ron Dew because of some shit he did. You understand what I'm saying? Another jail to a nigga named Little. So anyway, police, the Spanish nigga named Little. So anyway, the next day we went out to the yard. Everybody, they put us all together because they want us to go to war against each other. That was the whole strategy. You understand what I'm saying? But we flipped the shit. We went to war, but whatever, we straightened it out. We had a a big powwow, a big meeting about why, what happened, everything. We squashed that. Then they snatched the police, they snatched, what you call it, Marciano out of his cell, beat him up, everything. Then we started popping off. We started making on, they started snatching all of us out ourselves, beating us up. But then next thing you know, a week later, they transferred us out to jail. They sent me to Green Haven. When I went to Green Haven, when I went to Green Haven, you understand what I'm saying? We was all in Green Haven. Police snatched me out my cell, talk about, I better say sir. Nigga, I'm not saying sir to you. You understand what I'm saying? That's some type of slave master tax. They want you to call you, say sir, yes sir. Nigga, I ain't say they beat me up and everything like that. You understand what I'm saying? That's when I met that karate dude in there. Yo, I put a, listen, man, I did some shit on the motherfucker police. They started fucking with me. Then Ron Dew was there with me. He got a time cut. Then I had to wait another couple months. Then I get a time cut. Now I'm in Green Haven. I'm in Green Haven. So now when I'm in the Haven, you know, I'm chilling, running around, doing my program, everything. I was on the west side. The west side was a good side. You understand? East side, that's where all the bad niggas at. So motherfucker try to play my man, play my little homie that came in. So I told motherfucker, leave him alone. This homo nigga. So anyway, make a long story short, he didn't listen to what I said. I went and stabbed his ass up. You know what I'm saying? Set him out of there. I get caught for that. So when I got caught for that, you understand what I'm saying? Next thing you know, them motherfuckers shipped me out of there. Cause I stabbed the nigga up real bad. Nigga shipped me out of there. So anyway, I went to Napanat. That's Eastern. But I was short to go home anyway. So I'm down in Eastern. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm putting in work every jail I go in. So folks who lead, he's the leader of all the Jamaicans. Folks sent a letter down there to some niggas down there. Said, yo, don't mess with that black American dude. That dude is dangerous. He been putting in work. He been riding with the Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? I ride with everybody when it's a cause dealing with the police. You know what I'm saying? I have a record for doing the police dirty. So I'm down there in Green Haven, not Green Haven, Napanat. I'm chilling in the box. Them niggas said, yo, they weren't gonna let me out. So I waited a while. I kept appealing. They let me out the box. I went to population. Now they let me out. I only got a week, 2, maybe 3 weeks left to go home on my CR. Next thing you know, I'm there. So I'm fucking with the Jamaican. One of this punk ass Jamaican nigga keep running his mouth talking that shit. So I'm saying, I'm gonna stab the nigga up, man. Niggas told me leave him alone. Don't mess with him, man. Don't mess with this dude. Leave him alone, he just running shit. You going home a couple. Yo, this nigga got me so mad. The day before I supposed to go home, that nigga ran up in the motherfucker shower. He was in the shower. Taking a shower. I slid up in the shower and stabbed that nigga like 10 times. Yeah, I stabbed the nigga up like 10 times. I tried to slide out the yard. He ran right to the police bubble and told on me. Soon as he went to the bubble, they snatched me up. I caught another year for that shit. They let me CR, but then they gave me a new charge. So they gave me a new charge. I fucked around, copped out to a year. You understand what I'm saying? Then went home. You understand what I'm saying? But what I forgot to say, me and Pappy, we was in Auburn together. The Spanish Dominican nigga named Lugo. The nigga tried to poison the whole situation. You understand what I'm saying? He tried to poison those. Yo, we was up there Soon as I came up there from Auburn population, I'm passing out raises to everybody. Because, you know, I do my thing when it comes to police. So next thing you know, the nigga, Lugo, I give him some. As soon as he got a weapon, he started popping shit. You understand what I'm saying? When Lugo went to the yard, he said something about Pappy mother, and all this shit like this. You understand? So we gonna get him. Yo, I went out first. The nigga bigger me because he work out. He tried to do something to me. Nigga, I put that work in fighting him. When Pappy came, Pappy body slammed and held that nigga down. I cut that nigga like 500 times in his face. Twisted it though. You understand what I'm saying? Twist that nigga, me and Pappy. That's what sealed our friendship. That's what sealed our bond together, that we put in work together.